Case of the City Clerk by Agatha Christie. Part 1. Mr. Parker Pyne leaned back thoughtfully in his swivel chair and surveyed his visitor. He saw a small, sturdily built man of around 45 with wistful, puzzled, timid eyes that looked at him with a kind of anxious hopefulness. "I saw your advertisement in the paper," said the little man nervously. "You are in trouble, Mr. Roberts?" "No, not in trouble exactly." "You are unhappy?" "I shouldn't like to say that either. I've a great deal to be thankful for." "We all have," said Mr. Parker Pyne, "but when we have to remind ourselves of a fact, it is a bad sign." "I know," said the little man eagerly. "That's just it. You've hit the nail on the head, sir." "Supposing you tell me all about yourself," suggested Mr. Parker Pyne. "There's not much to tell, sir. As I say, I've a great deal to be thankful for. I have a job. I've managed to save a little money. The children are strong and healthy." "So you want what?" I don't know," he flushed. "I expect that sounds foolish to you, sir." "No, not at all," said Mr. Parker Pyne. By skilled questioning he elicited further confidences. He heard of Mr. Roberts' employment in a well-known firm, and of his slow but steady rise. He heard of his marriage, of the struggle to present a decent appearance, to educate the children and have them looking nice, of the plotting and planning and skimping and saving, to put aside a few pounds each year. He heard, in fact, the saga of a life of ceaseless effort to survive. "And, well, you see how it is," confessed Mr. Roberts. "The wife's away, staying with her mother, with the two children. Little change for them and a rest for her. No room for me, and we can't afford to go elsewhere. And being alone and reading the paper, I saw your advertisement, and it set me thinking. I'm 48. I just wondered. Things going on everywhere," he ended, with all his wistful suburban soul in his eyes. "You want," said Mr. Pyne, "to live gloriously for 10 minutes. Well, I shouldn't put it like that, but perhaps you're right. Just to get out of the rut. I'd go back to it thankful afterwards. If only I had something to think about." He looked at the other man anxiously. "I suppose there's nothing possible, sir. I'm afraid I couldn't afford to pay much." "How much could you afford?" "I could manage £5, sir." He waited breathless. £5, said Mr. Parker Pyne. I just fancy we might be able to manage something for £5. Do you object to danger?" he added sharply. A tinge of colour came into Mr. Roberts' sallow face. "Danger, did you say? Oh no, not at all. I've never done anything dangerous." Mr. Parker Pyne smiled. "Come and see me again tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I can do for you." End of part 1.